key. I can unlock any door in the world. We begin with your character, and we're going to start in a cave. So let me give us a nice cave background. So this will be our, boom, that's our ground. Here we go. All right. So we begin with you waking up inside of a cave. You are surrounded with a puddle of blood. You don't know if this is your own blood or not. It looks recent. Now, we're gonna come to our first decision as you wake up inside the cave in a puddle of blood. What is your first choice? You wake up in a cave lying in a puddle of blood. What do? 1, investigate the area. 2, run away. No time for questions. 3, cast a spell. 4, lick the blood to taste what flavor it is. You have decided to investigate the area. We are now going to roll a skill check to see how you do. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, boop. You rolled a 12. 12 plus 9. Okay, 21. You realize that as you get up, you investigate the area. You start searching around, trying to figure out what the heck happened. You realize that you yourself are covered in bits of blood and gore, and that there is actually a dead minotaur not too far from here, but that you have a swelling headache on your head. That you start to remember you were fighting a minotaur, and you won, but only just. All the blood on the floor is actually the minotaur's blood, so I shall just, I don't think this minotaur is going to be around for very long, I'm just going to draw a little skull and crossbones. Since you chose to investigate the area, I'll just assume that you decide to check the corpse of the minotaur. And as you do so, on the minotaur's corpse, you find a strange-looking object. It is a weird-looking key. This key, when you approach, it radiates a strange golden light. What do you do with the key? Vote now what you want to do with the glowing key found on the dead minotaur. Alright? You have decided to pick up the key. So, pick up the key you do. As you pick it up, it glows a lot. Like, wait, that's the wrong one. And as you hold on to it, you find yourself being pulled by the key magically as it levitates upwards and yanks you off deeper into the cave. You see the light of the entrance of the tunnel fading away from you as you are brought deeper and deeper into the depths of this unknown cave. And you don't know how long or how far you've gone, but it feels like a while before you smack into a wall and fall down. The key tumbles out of your hand, and you see the key rise up, flip upside down. It seems to develop the hoop of the key develops a face, and it starts speaking to you. It says, "Foolish chat, how could you ever think you could wield me and use my powers? Ha! I laugh at your feeble-mindedness. In fact, I shall see if you're not only worthy of power, but worthy of life. Have at you!" And so, the key flies up out of your reach, and it conjures up a monster. The hideous monster, the horrible-looking monster, appears before you, and it goes, "Rargh! I'm gonna get you! Rargh!" Okay, here comes the poll, guys. Vote now what you want to do. 1, to fight the monster. Vote 2, to cast a spell. Vote 3, to run. And vote 4, to try to reason with the key, if you can. Okay, so we have 1 vote for try to reason with the key. Okay, so that is what we shall do. Here comes your skill check to see if you're able to reason with the key. You roll 14, and plus your modifier is, that's 9. Here comes the key's reasoning. 12 plus 3. Okay, you're able to tell the key that this is illogical and that you had no idea it was sentient. The key stops to consider what your words, and it says, how could you not know that? Haven't you ever seen a magical key before? Your character says, well, of course not. And the key says, mortals today, I am the master key. I can unlock any door in the world. The monster then pipes up and says, hey, look, I'm just, you paid for me to be here to fight this guy, so what are we doing here? And the key says, look, I still have you for a few hours, so you'll just have to accompany this creature, because I need you to do something for me. And the monster's like, oh, really? I was paid to fight, not paid to babysit. Now, you try to reason with them and say, well, maybe we can work together. And the monster seems very, very annoyed to have been baited and switched like this, but it seems to relent. So, the key says, very well, then fine. Mortal, listen to me. I am being hunted day and night. There is an evil wizard who wants to use me to break into the Vault of Eternity. If he gains control of me, then all the secrets of the universe will belong to the wizard. I need you to find this wizard and defeat them, because otherwise they will never rest until they gain control of me and my power. Do you accept this quest, mortal? Do you accept the Kill the Evil Wizard quest? Type 1 for yes, 2 for no. You agree to accept the quest. The key says, very well. We shall need to find this wizard, but unfortunately, I have more to tell you. You see, the wizard is my creator. They made me in an attempt to try and break into the Vault of Eternity, but I escaped. They did not realize that they had put... The key says, the wizard made me, but they put too much magic into me and I became sentient. So now I'm trying to run away. The Minotaur grabbed me, and it sapped some of my power, which is why I passed out. When I woke up, you had grabbed me, and I was very cranky that you woke me up. The monster's saying, I am not paid enough for this. The key says, well, you are paid to do some of this. So stop whining. The monster's like, aww. Anyways, the key says, look, the wizard is farther into this cave. If you want to defeat the wizard and prevent them from opening the Vault of Eternity, you need to go to their lair and defeat them. Follow me, I'll take you there. So, the magical key, or the master key is what it's really called, starts leading the group. You are following the key with the monster behind you and the key in front. As you guys are walking through the caves, going up and down the cave, when you happen across a terrifying and horrific looking... You are now fighting not a gelatinous cube, but a gelatinous parabola. It's worse than a gelatinous cube because its complex geometry is beyond your comprehension. Haha! You don't remember high school math, therefore you don't understand a parabola. Ha ha ha! You are fighting the gelatinous parabola now. Alright, the horrifying gelatinous parabola lumbers over to you guys like, whoa! And the monster's like, oh hell no, I hate math! And the key's like, I was hoping we wouldn't have run into this thing. You are now fighting a gelatinous parabola. So, you shall now roll for combat. Here comes your combat roll. Boom, you roll a 6. Ha! Combat, 6 plus 9, 15. The gelatinous parabola tries to confuse you with its absolutely impossible to comprehend mathematical shapes. But your character is too stupid to understand that, so it doesn't understand what it doesn't understand. Meanwhile, the key takes no math, and it takes horrifying mathematical damage from this thing. The monster he goes like, okay, no, screw this, and it rolls up and attacks, rolling a 2. It trips and falls over, and it gets dust in its eye. I need saline solution. It loses its turn because of that. Now the gelatinous parabola is going to attack you. 8 plus 5, and your defensive combat roll is 12 plus 5. So you dodge its complex mathematical tendrils as the gelatinous parabola tries to destroy you. Next up, it's your turn. You then roll your own attack, and you get a nat 20. You cut the gelatinous parabola in half. You deal serious chaos damage to the gelatinous parabola, and the gelatinous parabola... So it decides to roll a magic check. Ha! And it rolled a 19 plus 5. It casts some weird juju magic at you. Weird mathematical magic at you. And guess what? You guys, because Tarth is being such a heel today, I almost said the word, he has to be the one to solve this formula. Okay? What is this equal to? Huh? What is the third tetration of 5, Tarth? Spiper gets a pass, okay? He's being nice. You, Tarth, have to do math. What is the third tetration of 5? Oh, do you have a solution now? Oh, you got it right. I hate you, Tarth. I hate you. You dodged the math attack. The problem's like, how could you dodge my strongest attack? Everyone say thank you, Tarth. He just saved you a bunch of damage. Next up, you and the key says, we must combine our strengths to defeat the stupid gelatinous parabola. And the three of you link up and do a triple attack. Now here comes your team attack. Boom. 15 plus 9. Here comes its combat defender. 6 plus 5. Okay, finally. The gelatinous parabola is defeated. And it's like... and it melts into a invisible pudding. All three of you have emerged victorious. Wow, why would we have to fight that? Because my master is a geomancer. They use shapes for their magic. So, with that, you move deeper into the caves. All three of you are going through the caves. You're walking, and you come to a massive hole in the floor. So you come to you come to a massive hole, but it's also a rickety bridge. So I'm going to make just a little shape here. And on top of this bridge, or on top of this hole, is a rickety plank bridge. Boom, 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 and it's very narrow, like 1 foot, like 12 inches wide at the most. Now, this hole goes on for quite a ways. So, what do you decide to do now that you've come to this massive gap with a really sketchy looking bridge? Narrow plank bridge leading over massive hole in cave. What do? Vote 1 to try and cross. Vote 2 to examine for a way around. Vote 3 to cast a spell. Vote 4 to give up. And vote 5 to scream YOLO and run across. You examine for a way around. All right. So your character looks at the bridge and realizes that this thing looks like really unsafe. Like you think that if you were to step on it, or more to the point, if your mom were to step on it, she would absolutely fall through and break it. So you start looking around for ways to search for a way around it. So yes, looking into your mom joke anyway. Now you are gonna roll a skill check. Boom. Did it go? You rolled a 2. You rolled a 2. Ha ha ha. Okay, so 2 plus your skill of 9, so 11. You don't see a way across, but you realize that as you're examining the area, you notice at the bottom are a bunch of mathematical operator zombies. Yes, the geomancer has fortified the pit with a bunch of animated mathematical operators. I'm gonna make them a sickly lime green. That these mathematical operators are just etching for a way to defeat you and confuse you and cause all kinds of psychic damage. You realize if you were to fall into this hole, you would have your mind torn apart by the incomprehensible nature of their eldritch mathematical ways of algebra. And you realize that that there might be a way to get around if you are able to cast a spell to make the bridge more robust. So what you do is you start conjuring up a spell, and the key's like, oh, I think I know the spell. And the monster's like, dude, this is just easy. Come on, let's just go across. And the key's like, no, you dingus. And he bops him on the head while you cast a spell. Here comes your magic roll. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boop. 11. 11 plus 8. So you got a 19. You cast some magic, and you're able to make the plank across the rickety, sketchy plank way more robust and way bigger, so it's way more safe to cross. And with that, you're able to cross over the zombified mathematical operators, and you are spared their algebraic malevolence. So all of you guys are able to boop, 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 boop. and you make it all the way across the pit of algebraic pain, walking through the cave deeper, and you find yourself set upon by a strange doorway. And let me just make this doorway seems to have some kind of puzzle lock on it. So, on the puzzle door is the following question, and it reads as follows. Those who have me perish. Those who lack me thrive. What am I? Solve this riddle to proceed. Now, I'll give you guys a poll. Solve the riddle of the door. Those who have me perish. Those who lack me thrive. What am I? Vote 1 for infinity, 2 for nothing, 3 for gamer girl bathwater, and 4 for the Mets! The Mets, baby! We have 2 votes for nothing. You have decided, you say the word nothing to the door, and to your surprise, well, not much of a surprise, the door opens! All 3 of you, the key says, all right, we need to be careful from where we're going next. Where we're going, there will be, we're headed closer and closer to the geomancer's lair. We must be very careful as we approach. Be on your guard. And Greg says, look, I've been humoring this till now, but I am not fighting a magic mathematician. I want to leave. I don't want to fight I hate math. I don't want to fight a magical mathematician. And the key starts saying, oh, come on! We need your strength and help in the battle ahead. And Greg says, strength? I failed math class. What do you expect me to do against a magical mathematician? It seems that Greg has doubts. Greg has doubts about fighting the geomancer. What do? So type 1 if you want to berate him and try to play upon his insecurities. 2, compliment him and try to convince him that he can do it. 3, ignore him and do nothing. 4, cast a spell. And 5, make funny sounds with your face. We have 1 vote for complimenting him. Alright guys, you decide to compliment him and try to convince him that he can do it. People's being oddly wholesome today. So, with that in mind, you turn to Greg and you tell Greg that he's big and strong and that he could easily take out a geomancer because he could just bite his head off. And he has sharp horns, and that he is also a proud Gregory, one of the Gregory clan. And I'm going to roll a skill check to see if that convinces him or not. Here we go. Rolling 10 plus skill check of 9 versus he rolls a 15 plus 2. So actually, you're able to convince him, and Greg's like, okay, as long as I'm with you guys, I think we'll be okay. Okay, fine, I'll help. With that, all of you go through the door and deeper into the cave. This takes a lot out of me. I'm feeling kind of tired now. Okay. Alright. Brown Wolf, you made it! Good to see you, buddy. I'm getting kind of tired. I need some water. I'm gonna self-hydrate. I'm back. Alright. As you venture deeper and deeper into the lair of the geomancer, you guys are all confronted by an evil, demonic isosceles triangle, and its complex geometry, and its many angles and facets are going to absolutely rip your mind apart with psychic damage if you don't do something quick. And the demonic isosceles triangle looks at you guys and says, "Ha! You guys could never defeat me. You're too stupid to understand triangles. Why, I bet you fell asleep in math class and you could never do anything." And Greg's like, oh shit, he can read my mind. What are we gonna do? Oh no. Now, what do you do in response to the infernal isosceles triangle? Vote 1 if you want to fight the isosceles triangle, the demonic isosceles triangle. Vote 2 if you want to try to trick it. And vote 3 if you want to cast a spell. We have 3 votes for 3. We have a consensus. Okay. All right, you have decided to cast a spell. You cast a spell and you conjure up a divine pizza cutter to cut up the giant isosceles triangle, which which looks like it's a spectral pizza cutter. And yes, the demonic isosceles triangle shrieks in agony as it is attacked by the pizza cutter. So here's your magic check. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom. Ooh, 5. It is terrified of the magical pizza cutter that you caught, the divine pizza cutter that you conjured up, but it resists. Meanwhile, your allies start attacking the demonic isosceles triangle. Greg valiantly charges in with his hordes, and he's going to roll his attack. Boom. He rolls a 4. He lunges at the demonic isosceles triangle, and goes right past it, as the isosceles triangle just turns sideways to dodge him, because it is a living polygon. The key is up next, and it decides, all right, you asked for it, here I come, and it decides to try radiant damage upon it. It rolls a 16 plus 2, and the monster gets a 20. It dodges it, and the monster says, "Ha! Your stupid minds cannot hope to conquer me." Then it is the monster's attack. He rolls. He gets a 2. He is too busy monologuing. I am isosceles triangle. 2 of my sides are equal, but 1 is not. Ha 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 ha! That means I'm better than you! But this gives you a chance to make your next follow-up attack with the pizza cutter. Boom, 11 plus, what is the thing? 9. He rolls his resistance, 10 plus 3, I think it is, and you're able to slash into him with the magical pizza cutter. He's like, ah! And you deal significant damage to him. You, however, spend some stamina doing that. Meanwhile, Greg, he gets back up, and he tries another lunging attack at him. He goes up and tries biting it. He rolls. 9 plus, what was it, 2? 11. The isosceles triangle rolls a 6 plus 3. So Greg is now biting. He's biting down on it and dealing significant damage to it, while the key tries to get steady and rolls its attack. 2. It whiffs entirely. Whee! Then it's the isosceles triangle's turn. I'm not over yet. Fire! He casts a fire spell. He gets a 12 plus 3 versus your magic. 12 plus 8. You resist his fire spell. Greg and the key are not so lucky though, and they take damage and are not able to help this turn. Now it's your turn to attack. Boom. 2. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's bad. You attack with a plus 9. That's an 11. Here's his defense roll. He gets a 2 plus 3. As the chips are down and you're feeling tired, you throw the pizza cutter into his face and it cleaves through it. Ah! Cries the isosceles triangle as it evaporates. It is dead. The demonic isosceles triangle is defeated, and you win. However, you do use stamina to do that final throw, so you're down to 12. As you dispel your the pizza cutter, Greg and the key come up to you and say, "You're a mighty warrior, or you're good." And the key says, "I'm glad I got your help. That thing was a fierce guard of the Geomancer's lair." With that, you pursue onwards, deeper into the Geomancer's lair. You move onwards, deeper and deeper into the cave. At last, you come to the Geomancer's lair. It is a large cube inside, or a large cube made of corundum. Well, ruby, but it is a large thing here, and it has the words emblazoned on the top that say, "Fuck you." There is a single doorway at the base of the lair, and you are now faced with the final decision, to enter the lair or turn back. What do you do? So what do you do about this thing? Vote now. Vote 1 to try to enter through the front door. Vote 2 to look for a way to sneak inside, and vote 3 to cast a spell. You decide to enter through the front door. All right, all 3 of you get your stuff, and you go in through the front door. Now, we have entered into the Geomancer's lair. You are now inside of the Geomancer's lair. Inside the Geomancer's lair, you see a simple woman mage seated on a throne. And she looks at you and says, I knew that you would come this way and that you would bring the key with you if I let you through all my minions. You foolish, stupid mortals. You shall now die. Greg's like, oh shit, I knew this was a bad idea. And the key's like, oh crap. And before the key can run, the Geomancer locks you guys in. It's a fight. Alright. So, the Geomancer is now going to open up with their first attack. Her first attack is Math. She casts Summon Hyperboloid Spheroid. Boom. Her weapon is mathematics itself. Oh, if that's the wrong one. I want this open, and then boom. She summons a Hyperboloid Spheroid. Bam. It starts attacking you guys. Now, I'm going to give you guys a poll here. This way, I'm not just going to run combat all by myself. Okay, boss fight against a Geomancer and a Hyperbolic Spheroid. How do you proceed? Type 1 to fight conventionally, Type 2 to fight with magic, Type 3 to run away crying, Type 4 to shout the words, I hate math. We have 3 votes for shout the words, I hate math. We have 4 votes for shout the words, I hate math. You decided to shout the words, I hate math, and shout you do. You shout the words, and the Geomancer's like, ah! Don't say that! Don't say that! You fiend! The hyperbolic spheroid decides to fold itself and translate into a zero-dimensional space to get away from your academic prejudice. Where the hell did that? Oh, there it is. So it basically folds itself into a zero-dimensional shape, whoop, and is no longer a factor in the combat. The Geomancer's like, how dare you! Mathematics is important! Mathematics is everything! Math is everything! And Greg's like, hey, I think it's a damage. Greg then says, I don't like math, that's stupid! Ugh. And the key's like, it cannot possibly be this simple. The Geomancer is reeling and foaming at the mouth and tries to resist this attack. Your mom is mad. She rolls an 8 plus 3 and she's like mad about this. You guys get advantage. And yeah, you're dealing intellectual damage to them by saying, I hate math. Saying, I hate math. You start chanting it over and over and over. The Geomancer's like, no, 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 no. I'm solving for X. I'm solving for X. No, I'm multiplying by 0. No, 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 no. And she vanishes. She vanishes into thin air. And with that, the whole area the whole ruby fortress starts to collapse around you. The key says, thank you so much. You have freed me from the clutches of the evil Geomancer. Now, Greg says, reward us? And he says, no, I'm not going to reward you, you stupid miscreants. I am going to rule over this world, and you have now defeated the one person who can stop me. The key teleports away. You and Greg are left to look at each other in the cave. And guess what, guys? This is a 2-parter adventure. We're gonna pick this up on Thursday of next week. With this, you have accidentally set free the Master Key, and now it no longer has anyone to be afraid of, which means you will now have to stop the Master Key, and you'll have to do it alongside the monster Greg. I hope you guys had fun.